The Comet by Hans Christian Andersen. The comet came blazing through the night sky only once every 6 years or so. When it did, it was a true sight to see. Everyone came out to catch a glimpse of it, from royal families in palaces to poor families in tiny cottages. Children asked their parents to wake them up in the middle of the night as a treat so they could see it too. "It's a sign," people whispered, and everyone had their own thoughts as to what it meant. In a shabby attic flat there sat a little boy with his mother. They had a wax candle burning to give them light, and the melted wax around the wick had stood up in a point and curled over. The mother gasped, for people believed that when that happened, it meant that a child in the house was soon to die. The thought of losing her little boy made her shiver with horror. But the little boy didn't notice the shape of the melted candle or have any idea what it might mean. He just sat playing with a bowl of soapy bubble mix and a pipe. The little boy loved to blow soap bubbles, big and small. They swayed and floated with the most lovely rainbow colors. "I hope you live for as many years as all those bubbles you are blowing," his mother said, and she kissed him tenderly. Then they heard their neighbor's voice call to them from outside their window. "Quick, we can see the comet. Come and have a look," she cried. The mother forgot all her worries and took her little boy by the hand and raced with him outside. They looked up into the night sky, and there was the shining ball of fire with its blazing tail. "Many of us will be dead before the comet appears again," their neighbor sighed wistfully. But the little boy stayed healthy and lived long. He was still alive when the comet was due to come back more than 60 years later. By then, he was a white-haired old schoolmaster. The children he taught said that he was very wise and knew about all sorts of important and interesting things. "Everything comes full circle," he told his pupils, and even if they weren't quite sure what they meant, they tried hard to remember it. The schoolmaster did his best to explain. He told the story of William Tell, who was made to shoot an apple off his son's head. The tale came from Switzerland, but many years before that it had been told in Denmark, and more than 1,000 years earlier the story had been told in Egypt. "So you see," the schoolmaster said, "the same thing come again like the comet. They appear and disappear, then come again and disappear again." And he talked about the comet which was expected, the comet he had seen as a little boy. The sky was full of clouds for 14 days and nights. The comet could not be seen, but everyone believed it was there. The old schoolmaster sat at home one night thinking about it. The old piano, which had belonged to his parents, stood quietly in the corner, and their grandfather clock stood outside in the hall. The old schoolmaster thought back over the events of his life. He remembered the night when he had sat with his mother blowing bubbles, rainbow-colored bubbles, in the light of wax candle. His gaze happened to be upon the window. Suddenly, a cloud in the sky glided away, and he saw in the clear night the comet, with its shining heart and its bright flaming tail. It seemed as if it was only yesterday that he had seen it before, and yet his whole lifetime stretched between then and now. "The comet is here. Come and see," came his neighbor's voice calling. "The sky is so beautifully clear. Come and have a look." But the old schoolmaster did not answer. While he was sitting in his chair thinking back over his life, his soul had gone soaring upwards. Now it blazed past the comet all the way to heaven, where all those who had gone before were waiting for him, all his loved ones whom he had been longing for.